Okay, I have to download Battle.net. And it says something about my IP address. Oh, that's a good start. This game has an intro. And quite the intro. Game has quite a long loading screen. I've got my Chug Jug. I hate this game's UI, honestly. I really like this enemy entrance. He just materializes really slowly. Like, what was the point of that? I really hate this art style. I just don't care for it. Just not very good. The faction has an intro too. Oh boy. You know, I kind of like the weird AI head. The Oni actually looks kind of cool for what it's worth. And there's even more prologue. Also, this game is a hero shooter, just like Overwatch. Why would the shell, this mechanical body, have a voice and a personality?
Math's simple. Run, die, repeat.
This sponsor kit's kind of interesting. It gives you stuff for when you like enter in, which I guess that's kind of nice. You get like free stuff if you have nothing here. I feel like that's a pretty cool thing to have. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna let the people just guide me. Please guide me. I've never played Tarkov, but I've played Apex Legends and Hunt Showdown. I guess these games are kind of like that. These like vault battery guns are kind of weird. They have like a battery and they're like in decimals. I'm trying to like shoot people. I'm not trying to like figure out how many bullets I have left. I'd rather just say how many bullets I have left instead of me trying to figure out how much a shot costs, how much I have left, and how much, like doing math while shooting. That's kind of weird and dumb. I don't get it.
Attention, runner.
This has a lot of voice acting, and I don't think it really needs it. Does a game like this really need all this story? I'd rather just be getting into it, I feel. Instead, I'm sitting here listening and watching stuff. It's so strange. I don't really get it. Game's fine. Performance isn't really that great. Standard AAA. Question is, why play this over Question is, why play this game over Tarkov or other such games? Gameplay is basic, scavenge stuff for a long time, and sometimes fight. I guess there's always the tense feeling because people can just come in and attack you. It does announce when the AI enemies come and the robots come, the non-player enemies. I don't really get why it does that. The problem I have with this game is that if something like Marathon fails, then they'll probably just tell the publishers or the shareholders and the publishers will see that Marathon failed and they'll go, oh, I know what the problem is. People just don't like Marathon. They're not gonna go, oh, it's because there's another Tarkov game and you can't make like 50 of those. I don't think this game is failing, but I feel like that's the dumb thing about these things. The game's like $40. This is way too much for this. I feel like you could buy something for $20, actually new this week, and probably get better value, personally. This game feels like it's for Gen Z and alpha people, because that's what I was wondering is how could this game appeal to those people? Because that's totally who it appeals to. And that's exactly it. This is just searching like office buildings nonstop and then sometimes getting into gunfight. The only thing about it is that you're always on edge because somebody could just burst down the door and just like attack you. Besides that, this game is boring, and that's probably how it can like keep somebody who needs a constant dopamine fix, somebody who watches 14 hours of like TikToks a day, or somebody who watches like a video essay on like why craft singles are square. That's why somebody like would play this game. Somebody like that. These are things I'll never understand. Is why somebody would watch half of these things or do half these things. That's why I guess I don't get this game. I don't know. I've never played Marathon, and I think that's maybe one of the things I hate about this. That this isn't for Marathon fans. This is basically to just get Tarkov money. The newer generation of gamers, not the older ones, not the people who like Marathon. This game shouldn't be a Marathon game. Be something else. Like I said, if this game did fail, they would just go, oh, Marathon's not good. We shouldn't make a marathon game. And then they basically just make it Marathon's fault, even though this game barely is a marathon game, which I think is my biggest gripe. I've never played Marathon, but I think that's maybe what I'll do is play Marathon and maybe try and see how this game compares. My only problem with Marathon is that it seems very creatively bankrupt. What I mean by that is that it basically just kind of seems very lowest common denominator. It's kind of like, let's take what's popular now, popular people, and then let's just throw our old IP onto it. Just seems so creatively bankrupt at the end of the day. Kind of boring, kind of basic, and it's just creatively bankrupt. I just don't get it. Another point I'd like to touch on is the fact that I feel like this game has like an identity crisis. It's a shooter game that doesn't have a lot of story in it. Maybe there's a lore, but this game just has so many intros that are so long. You get talked to for so long. It's like if you touch something on the Fortnite main menu and like a Final Fantasy VII-esque cutscene just started playing. I'm not talking about like an intro. I'm talking about like if you touch like anything on the screen, just like that would just like start playing. It's kind of ridiculous. And I feel like they do that to like justify that this game has a story and that it has some connection to Marathon. Being pretty devoid, I'd imagine. It feels kind of desperate to justify the fact that they're using Marathon for this. So Marathon gets a trophy. The most intense dumpster diving session ever. No, really, this game is basically just a glorified dumpster diving simulator. All you do is pretty much pick up stuff like weapons and ammo, but besides that, all you basically get is, basically all you get is like sellable stuff that you get rid of for credits on Extract, and that's about it. Pretty intense one though. I mean, this game is literally just dumpster diving. There's so much garbage that you just sift through. Pretty much everything you find just does nothing. There's so many containers that do nothing. About all there really is to this game. It's pretty awful. I don't know how this could appeal to anyone. It's just dumpster diving and it's just intense dumpster diving. If you like dumpster diving, the game for you.